Why does loneliness hurt? I don't mean metaphorically, I mean physically. Why do you feel a tightness in your chest? Why does the room feel colder? Why does rejection feel exactly like a punch to the stomach? The answer is terrifyingly simple. To your brain, loneliness is not a feeling, it is a warning. For 99% of human history, being alone didn't just mean you were sad. It meant you were about to be eaten. You are not suffering from a mental disorder. You are hearing an ancient alarm system ringing in an empty house. Let's go back 100,000 years. Imagine you are standing in the middle of a dense forest. It is pitch black, you cannot see anything, but you can hear everything. A twig snaps in the distance. The wind moves the grass. Something is breathing nearby. In this world, being alone was not a lifestyle choice, it was a death sentence. If you were with your tribe, you were safe. 10 pairs of eyes were watching the dark. 10 spears were ready to defend you. You could close your eyes and rest because the group was your shield. But if you were alone, you were the only thing standing between yourself and a predator. This is the brutal logic that built your brain. Nature does not care about your happiness. It cares about your survival. And for a human being, survival is impossible without the tribe. So evolution designed a mechanism to stop you from wandering off. It created a chemical whip. That is what loneliness is. It is pain, designed to force you back to safety. Just like burning your hand on a fire teaches you to pull away, the ache of loneliness teaches you to find other people. It is not an emotion. It is a behavior correction system. And this explains something that confuses millions of people today. Why can't you sleep when you feel lonely? You are tired. Your bed is comfortable, your room is safe, but you toss and turn. You wake up at 3 a.m., heart racing, staring at the ceiling. Doctors might call this insomnia, but evolutionary psychologists call it hyper-vigilance. When your brain registers that you are socially isolated, it assumes you are physically vulnerable. It switches into sentry mode. It floods your blood with stress hormones like cortisol. It keeps your sleep shallow. It sharpens your hearing. It is waiting for the twig to snap. It is waiting for the predator. You are not broken because you can't sleep. You are simply a guard on duty, protecting a body that thinks it has been left behind by the tribe. But here is the problem. The predator isn't coming, the jungle is gone, but the alarm is still ringing, and it is getting louder. Fast forward to the present day. You live in a city surrounded by millions of people. You have thousands of followers online. Your phone buzzes with notifications every few minutes. You are more connected than any human being in history. So why is the alarm still ringing? Because to your Stone Age brain, none of this is real. Evolution did not design you to interact with pixels. It designed you to interact with bodies. When you look at a screen, your conscious mind sees faces. It reads comments. It sees likes. It interprets this as social interaction. But your subconscious mind, it sees nothing. It sees a glowing light in a dark room. It detects no pheromones. It feels no touch. It sees no genuine eye contact. To your ancient hardware, you are standing in the middle of a crowd of ghosts. This creates a dangerous biological illusion. Think of social media like fast food. When you eat a burger, your brain gets a spike of salt, sugar, and fat. It feels like nutrition, but it isn't. It is empty calories. You stay hungry even though you just ate. Digital connection works the exact same way. When you get a notification, you get a spike of dopamine. It feels like connection, but it lacks the one thing your brain actually needs to feel safe: oxytocin. Oxytocin is the bonding hormone. It only releases during genuine, vulnerable physical interaction. It is the signal that tells the alarm system you are safe. The tribe is here. A text message does not release oxytocin. A like does not release oxytocin. So you end up in a state of social starvation. You are consuming more interaction than ever before, but you are malnourished. You are starving to death at an all-you-can-eat buffet. And because your brain is confused, it does something tragic. It stops looking for real people, and it starts looking for more signal. It makes you scroll harder. It makes you post more. You are drinking salt water to quench your thirst, and the more you drink, the thirstier you become. And as this starvation grows, the alarm gets louder. And when the alarm gets too loud, it changes your personality. And that is when the real damage begins. And this brings us to the cruelest part of the paradox. Logic suggests that if you are lonely, you should be desperate to make friends. You should be open, warm, welcoming. But biology does the exact opposite. Remember, your brain thinks you are alone in the jungle. It thinks you are vulnerable. So it does not tell you to open up, it tells you to put on armor. When you are chronically lonely, your brain becomes hypersensitive to social threats. It starts to hallucinate rejection. You see a neutral face on the street, and your brain reads it as hostile. A friend takes too long to reply to a text, and your brain interprets it as hatred. You become suspicious, cynical, defensive. You start to interpret kindness as pity. You interpret silence as judgment. And to protect yourself from the pain of potential rejection, you strike first. You withdraw, you act cold. You push people away before they have the chance to leave you. It is a tragic, self-fulfilling prophecy. The biological system designed to bring you closer to the tribe is now driving the tribe away. This survival mechanism is so deep, it even changes your physical reality. In a famous psychological study, researchers asked people to estimate the temperature of the room they were sitting in. The results were disturbing. People who felt socially excluded consistently guessed that the room was significantly colder than it actually was. This was not a metaphor. Their bodies were physically registering a drop in temperature. Why? Because for millions of years, the tribe was not just a source of protection. It was a source of warmth. To be expelled from the group meant losing the collective body heat of the clan. It meant freezing to death. So when you feel lonely, your body restricts blood flow. It lowers your skin temperature. It prepares you for the cold night of the wilderness. You are sitting in a heated apartment, but your biology is shivering in the dark. And until you understand this signal, you will never get warm again. So how do we turn off the alarm? The answer is simple, but it is not easy. You have to stop treating loneliness as a defect and start treating it as a signal. When you feel thirst, you don't sit on the couch and analyze why you are thirsty. You don't feel guilty about being thirsty. You just get up and drink water. Loneliness is exactly the same mechanism. It is your body screaming for a specific resource. But here is the trap. You are trying to quench that thirst with digital water. You are trying to solve a biological problem with a technological solution. And it will never work. Your phone is not a bridge, it is a wall. Every hour you spend scrolling is an hour your brain remains in the dark, waiting for a tribe that never arrives. To silence the alarm, you need to give your ancient brain the only proof of safety it understands: physical presence, eye contact, voice. Vulnerability. You don't need to be popular, you don't need 1,000 friends. Evolution simply requires you to have a few people who would come looking for you. That is the only safety that matters. So the next time you feel that ache in your chest, do not numb it. Do not distract yourself. Feel it. Respect it. That pain is not your enemy. It is the voice of your ancestors whispering one simple instruction: go find the others. We are animals who forgot we are animals, and a lone wolf does not survive the winter, but a pack survives anything.